This is the new moon in Virgo. That's going to happen 17th of actually it's going to be this week, this Thursday, I think. I titled this Markets Move Politics. Unemployment, stimulus bill, commodities, the pandemic, the deals, and government workers are all involved. So far, the politics have been moving the markets. This time, it's the other way around. I'm going to hold the pandemic constant this time, although it too is a driving force. I have a lot to cover, especially in tech mergers and the future of the dollar, oil, and semiconductor. Welcome and thank you for tuning into Market Astrology and Horoscope. This is Yasko. The market correction is not unexpected. I've been warning about the professionals in the market manipulating to make a killing. We find out that it's Softbank CEO Masayoshi Son. I think he is restless right now, and that's why he did what he did. Who knows? Having said that, people, especially the Japanese, have been very vocal about SoftBank's predicament. I listened to Son's shareholder meeting presentation, and he always starts off by saying, people are wondering what kind of business is SoftBank. He then goes on to explain what SoftBank has been doing. Yes, it's far from the Vodafone days when he was busy engaged in mobile communications business. Today, the company has turned into a hybrid operation of hedge fund, private equity, and Berkshire Hathaway. His demise has been highly speculated by financial experts and YouTubers in Japan. Son's recent speculations in the tech options trading did take the indices to new highs and motivated Robinhood traders to trade vigorously, which in turn helped Donald Trump. The last daily predictions video was titled Big Bang Bull Rally. It was as predicted, the last big rally and the last day of the Republican convention. And it was successful. The following Monday, August 31st, the big correction began and continued. So here we are. This new moon is about jobs, as in employment, or more precisely the unemployment benefits and the stimulus money, the unemployment figures that's going to be coming out, and of course the COVID cases. And then the commodities will also be moving the markets. And of course, the rent moratorium, there's eviction freeze. So these are the things that are going to be, or events that are going to be moving the market this week. We're headed for chaos and uncertainty about China, the supply chain, the drug makers, oil, currency, and the film industry, as well as the companies like Nike that produce in Xinjiang. Incidentally, Mulan, the latest Disney production, was produced there too. Xinjiang is where the Uyghur Muslims are enslaved. That's why there's so much negative press about it. And I think there's a boycott too. I read that Disney tried too hard to please the Chinese market and produced what turned out to be a bad Chinese movie. In the commodities arena, there'll be news from the government that would move the markets positively if you're bullish. However, whether bullish or bearish, futures traders will benefit from trading because that's the most active arena. In the stock market, the stimulus bill would be what will move the markets. Congress is starting to get things moving, but when the leader or leaders are still playing tug-of-war, markets will not be able to move forward with the momentum. Having said that, it's the markets that will move the politicians to act. There's famine in other countries, and U.S. has food to sell. Watch Walmart, Home Depot, Caterpillar, Reynolds, home builders like Pulte and Kroger's, the grocery stores, along with Nike, Disney, Netflix, Caribbean Cruise for trading. Focus on the government actions and the agricultural sectors. Better yet, watch what Warren Buffett is buying or selling. And check out the construction industry also. On the biotech side, it's really a matter of politics and chaotic speculations. It's not about the cure, I don't think. It's about profits. I think the biotechs will take a hit along with distilleries and the cannabis stocks, which will likely come under profit taking. What we have are behind the scene deals coming out in the open. Even with stimulus bill passing successfully and markets rallying back, the trend is bearish for now. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for Trump-Biden debate, which is scheduled for September 29th. As we approach that date, I expect something China, quote, China, happens. Is the war escalating to that face-off moment? No, not yet. Not quite there yet. China will be glued to the debate. What the traders and investors should be watching is the dollar and the China market or exchanges. I think the dollar is going back down again. That means oil too is going to test the lows. Because of UAE and Israel normalization, the oil should stabilize since that part of the country is starting to look good. So, will Saudi Arabia join in on this? When they do, that is when the oil would rally. Don't you think so? The question is when. I don't see that yet. What impact will that have on the Vision Fund? Because the Saudi prince is part of that Vision Fund that Masayoshi Son's Softbank has. That fund was going to modernize the Saudi kingdom with technology to diversify their economy. Isn't that what Trump just did when he joined UAE with Israel? Will Palestine eventually join in too? I guess that's what they're aiming for. What would be a very significant accomplishment for Trump or any president? The Middle East peace talk. I can see why he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. If you listen to USA 2022, I mentioned seeing awards such as Nobel Peace Prize, Pulitzer, on and on. It won't be until late 2021 that he will receive the Nobel Peace Prize. So, does that mean he will be re-elected? No, not necessarily. So, getting back to the oil futures, USA 2022 does indicate energy as the growth sector as far as employment and commodity price are concerned. Therefore, it makes sense that the dollar takes a hit along with oil and recover from the lows to head higher into next year. I could be wrong, but I'm going with it. Next commodity, which I am bullish about, is the semiconductor. Although there are many chips, the ones that are used for the energy grid and IoT, the Internet of Things, would be the leaders. That means NVIDIA takes the center stage again. I think NVIDIA's graphics play central role in autonomous vehicles through AR, the augmented reality, and VR, the virtual reality. And NVIDIA is buying ARM Holdings or ARM Holdings from SoftBank. Somehow this is turning out to be SoftBank, the chips, NVIDIA, and even the latest options market event. NVIDIA buying ARM makes sense because Son himself is very much a part of that semiconductor ring. Because, well, that's what I found out. I did some research. And NVIDIA products are also used in cryptocurrency mining. Yes, our favorite Bitcoin. So the question is, when the Taiwan sovereignty problem is solved, will the U.S. take back the chip industry? These chips are necessary for the AI revolution. We certainly can't move to autonomous machines without these chips, and especially the 5G. This is at the heart of Trump versus the semiconductor syndicate of China. As things stand right now, we cannot move forward with autonomous machines without Huawei's 5G. I hate to even say that. Well, that's all for now. I created a trading list, and these stocks on this list should move. Well, it's a volatile market, so if you're a trader, you know what to do. Please don't forget to hit that like or dislike button. You will be helping me, and I thank you.